Good morning, universe. Sunday morning I come at you, which makes it the 3rd of March. Fucking A. And yes, my friend, that was a hit of the good old green. Real green. No more concentrate. Well, I've got a half gram of some pretty poor Blue Dream concentrate and some vaporizer slugs. But other than that, nope, we're down to the good old green. So today's today's recording, this one brought to you by Jet Fuel. I will smoke nothing but Jet Fuel green the whole time. And then tomorrow we'll do another test run with, which one? How about Sour Patch Kids? Why not? Pause. Unpause. Woo! Just saw my 4th black widow spider. Crawled out from where I was holding the fucking heater. Pause. Whew. That's a little bit of an adrenaline rush, I agree. But, yeah. More proof, though, that they just don't fuck with you. I had my hand right where it crawled out. And it didn't bite me or anything. It just crawled out and went on its way. Good spider. Good spider. Pause. Unpause. They really are beautiful spiders. Like, as soon as I saw it, I knew what it was. They're just such a glossy black. There's no spider in the universe that looks like them. Pause. Unpause. And you know, whenever I lucid dream that I'm in space or on some sort of spaceship, the one thing you notice immediately are no bugs. There are just no bugs in those environments. And it's one of the things that you, oddly enough, miss about Earth are the bugs and the variety of bug life. You don't recognize it until it's taken away from you. And I know that sounds asinine, but it's true. Pause. Pause. All right. So every single episode I ever recorded, except one, because of course nothing goes perfectly in America, but every single episode I've ever recorded, except one, is now loaded up on YouTube. And that one is the 6th episode from season 8, which, what are you going to do? It failed because of something, and since I deleted it from the YouTube side, it now cannot be synced from the RSS side, so it goes. There's one ghost in the machine, but all other 465 of them are now on YouTube, which is not where I wanted to be. But since it was forced upon me, and since I'm still there, well, hello YouTube. I can't believe you haven't deleted my channel yet, but I figure you're already in the process of deciding how to do that. So for this last possibly time I'll ever get to speak on YouTube, I thought I would definitely go through the things I need to apologize for anybody who might digest 465 episodes of me all at once, because while I don't really feel bad for you doing it, YouTube, because you're going to snoop on everything anyway, anybody else who would do it would fall into a lot of behavioral quirks of mine that I kind of feel like I should possibly apologize for, at least for putting you through it to the extent that I do. So let me go grab that list, and we'll do some comeuppance here. Pause. Pause. Okay. I thought I wrote more of these down, but these two for sure, and then there's 3 or 4 more I'm sure I can come up with. But number 1, well, no, in reverse order, only because I've apologized for this 1,000 times and said it's my biggest weakness and proven it, but proven it so much in season 8 and season 7 when I was having phone trouble with what I was using to record. Well, let's just say that the audio issues that I present are almost unforgivable. In fact, they may be unforgivable for many of you, and I can understand that because they're a complete fuck up. And having moved to a new recording device and having set new parameters as to where that recording device sits, I hope I fixed this, or at least to a large extent have corrected it. Because that is an apology that's long overdue, one I didn't even realize was so necessary, and I apologize for all of the murkiness it adds to the recordings, because that's just not fair. when I reach into a bag looking for a piece of bread so I can make myself a little peanut butter and honey sandwich here, well, that's the kind of ambient noise I can also control. So I can do better. But having handled the phone and mishandled the microphone and everything else in a way that is just absurd, well, I have to do better. So, apology number one, the audio clarity is shit sometimes, and it's all my fault. Pause. Pause. Apology number two, or whatever, number 84, is subject matter. And I don't mean this in the sense of I'll talk about anything, because I'll talk about anything. But I don't have any reason to talk about stuff that is uninteresting or, frankly, boring. So there are moments when I'm just like, what the fuck am I talking about? This isn't even interesting. I apologize for that. If I'm going to record, it should be worth you listening to. Otherwise, why am I recording? Pause. Unpause. All right, apology number 3 for making it all about me. Yeah. It's all about me. That's just the way it is. And so when I apologize for boring content, I'm really apologizing to myself, because I imagine everything here is boring content to you, except on occasion when I speak to you directly about things like how you don't love yourself enough. But even then, you get tired of hearing that, I'm sure. So, again, I'm always surprised when there's anybody listening to this whatsoever, because why would you? I know why I do it, but why would you? So, there's always something better you can be doing to build your own life than listening to some schmuck tell you that you don't love yourself enough. Even though that second part's true. Why? Bye. I'll be back. I got more to apologize for God's sake. That wasn't enough. Pause. All right. Unpause. Apology number 4. For eating. Why am I eating while I'm recording? Seriously. Is that not just basic manners? Okay. So, number 4. I will stop eating while I'm recording. Stop drinking? No. But stop eating, yes. Pause. Unpause. Unless, of course, the point of the whole thing is this is the best goddamn burrito in the fucking world. In which case, maybe I might share a bite. But a bite or two. That's enough. Pause. Pause. Okay. Coughing. Boy, do I cough a lot during certain episodes. And way more than I ever thought I did. If you'd have asked me how much coughing occurs during the worst of my episodes, I would have thought about 1/3 of the actual count. And that's only having listened to a few of them. So there's got to be worse out there. With that in mind, well, I will do my best to not involve coughing in any way going forward. Spontaneous coughing, when it happens, I will apologize for. But for the most part, coughing is something I need to apologize for, just based on everything recorded so far. So, yeah, my bad there. Pause. Pause. All right, I believe that was 5, so this would be 6. I'm apologizing for my emotional states of being, and not in the way that you think. Not because of the outbursts, but because of the restraint I showed while recording my outbursts over and over again. Not always, but for the most part. And so I apologize for these things because I mean to record my states of melancholy, my breakdowns of both identifiable causes and unidentifiable causes. That's part of what I'm going through here, is trying to fully reconcile both my emotional triggers with my analytical and reasoned demand side of life. Having those two harmonize is part of what this project is about. So cutting myself off in those moments is not intentional and something that I'm doing straight from embarrassment. And those are embarrassing episodes, so of course I'm going to swing my finger to the pause button more often than not, but I've got to stop doing that. So I apologize for having been less than completely unfiltered and uncensored and unplugged. And while many of you think that I'm way beyond the line of reasonable even there, for me it's 100% or it's not worth doing. So, time to stop hitting the pause button just because I'm getting a little verklempt. Or a lot of verklempt. Pause. 7. Unpause. Okay. Time to apologize for how many times I butcher the language. I misuse words. I make up words. I use grammar that's not even recognizable because it's not grammar. I even burp. Look at this. Here's another thing I have to apologize for. How much burping do I do? Honestly. All right, that has stopped. So now I believe I can speak without interrupting myself with unnecessary burp. Are those emulsifications? See, there I go, making up words. Apologizing for both of those. We'll call that number 7 and 8. I'll stop making up words, and if I'm going to go on a burp adventure, well, I won't take you with me. Pause. Pause. Now, I suppose apology number 9 should be apologizing for all this shit I'm apologizing for, which some of which is going to keep happening. Yeah. So, it's not that I don't mean well, but to think I'm going to stop making up words today, I've been doing that my whole life. I just haven't had to apologize for it as robustly as I have lately, so I will do my best, but when I do make up a word, emulsifier, well, you know, give me a little bit of latitude. You gave it to Sarah Palin, didn't you? Pause. Pause. I know there are a lot of you that gave nothing to Sarah Palin other than heartache and what? Looks of astonishment. What the? Pause. Okay. I must pause. No pause. We're just going to say it straight. I apologize for using anybody's first and last name ever, which I've done numerous times. And since most of those people are still alive, well, I apologize for ever making that part of the public sphere and respect the fact that I did that because I trust the good nature of all humans to be good people. So be a good person and don't make me have to go back and edit all that out. That would be a pain in the ass. Pause. Pause. All right. Number one thing I have to apologize for is wasting your time. This project that you stumbled into somehow unintentionally, because I in no way encourage you finding it, is because for some reason you needed to hear something in here. This whole diatribe is alive for one and one reason only. That's to help people recognize whatever it is inside them that's not currently filled with self-love. I know that sounds asinine. So trust me, I'm with you. But I also know that it's the truth. So in that way, I have to tell you, well, I'm not so with you. But I'm always encouraging and supporting you. I just need you to come to understand that you're the one who's going to do the work to move from column A to column B all the way over to column C where you belong. And having spent 465 if you're listening on YouTube, previous episodes with one missing, to tell you that, well, go make a better life for yourself. You owe it to yourself, and that's why you're here. You're not here to listen to podcasts. You're not here to watch weekly serial TV. You're not here to binge on Netflix. You're here to live a life that's worth your soul remembering forever. And in that way, well then, yeah, I am with you. Pause. Pause. All right, and most of people's names who I've used, recklessly, I will say, are people from my way past. So nobody of current today alignment have I used, and in fact, most cases, aka the guardian angels, I use an intentional moniker for them to keep away from any mention of who they really are. I said stop eating. Bad, John. Okay. So the other things I was going to cover today were my beliefs. I didn't say I'd stop drinking. The beliefs that I wouldn't expect you to believe with me. Because these beliefs I can't found on anything other than my own sense of belief. Pause. Pause. So that makes it a lot like religion, right? Well, yes. Somewhat. Except some of that religious stuff I think people have been through. So maybe some of those are based on actual action. None of this stuff is based on that. Well, maybe the first one. Pause. Pause. All right. In case the audio gets significantly worse, well, I'm in chilled out, relaxed position, which means I'm lying down and I've got the microphone about 18 inches from my mouth, which is usually not that close. So maybe I should stop and make sure this is listening. Well, before we go through all my beliefs, not all of them, just 11 of them. Pause. Pause. All right, as long as I keep the ambient noise to a minimum, I think this setup will be fine. All right. Oddly enough, I had a dream, a very real dream about this specific topic. Well, not this topic, but the first belief I have written down is I believe craps is beatable. The game of craps is the dice game in the casino that involves 7s, 11s, points, and made points. And I say this because, one, I think I'm the only person ever to be kicked out of the casino, the Ameristar, for 30 days for thinking somehow I was cheating the craps game. Honestly, how can I cheat the craps game? But I had won like $33,000 that month playing craps in their casino. And so, in a way, I was cheating the craps game because I could not lose. And I knew I was going to win. And I just kept winning. And then I met somebody who took all of my luck away. But having gone to Vegas with Nicole, someone whose last name I've never used, so I don't feel bad using her first name, but having gone to Vegas with Nicole, and Nicole and I having gone to a craps table and having played it exactly right, makes me think craps is beatable. I think you can tune in to the chance occurrences happening directly in front of you. I think you can know at what level they're going to succeed or fail. And I think you can know for sure when they are going to succeed in your favor, especially if you are with other people with the same kind of insight and knowledge. Then I think the signals become so clear you can almost bet on them. So give me and 3 other people that I can think of right now one craps table at which to sit and try to win millions of dollars, and I would bet on us doing it. Okay. Wow. Spontaneous cough apology number 1, because that came out of nowhere. But I do believe craps is beatable. I know, this is what I'm saying. Like, these are my beliefs. They're crazy. Why would you believe these? It's like asking you to believe in God. I believe I can travel through the universe. Yes, I do believe I can travel through the universe. Or at least in my dreams. Well, we all travel through the universe in our dreams, buddy. That's not so special. Yeah, I agree. But I believe that I can travel directly to you if you're open to receiving me in my dreams. And you may be somebody on planet Xenon. You also might be somebody on planet Earth. I believe our dream state is where we are truly free, where all of our gifts are in play, not just the ones that are trapped here on Earth. So, in addition to believing I can travel the universe in my dreams, I believe I can travel back and forth through time in my dreams. I believe this because I've done it, and it's taught me things about my current future to have gone back into my past or forward into my future. It matters that you listen to what's happening in your dreams, at least for me. All right, another belief. I believe I absorb the universe's, what does that say? Oh, negative energies. Yeah, I do believe this. Pause. Unpause. Cleared my throat for you without including you. Working on it. Okay, yeah, I believe this one's weird, but I can't help but absorb negative energy, is more what I mean here. As I exist in the universe, when I stumble into people in moods that are undeservedly bringing them down, I'll pull that energy away from them and then deal with it myself. Oh, I forgot to apologize for all the yawns when I'm lying down and feeling cozy. Apologize for that one. And then what I do to get rid of it is either exercise or meditate or connect with some sort of repository in which I can swell that away. And I don't mind doing this, but there are times when I'm so overwhelmed by the negative energies of the world that I literally just break down. So it's not all positive, but it's something I believe that I do. Like I'm a sponge for negative energy. I believe I can sometimes hear other people's thoughts. Sometimes I'm sure of it. Sometimes I can fucking hear it out loud, and you've done nothing but think it. Why this happens, I don't know. But in reverse, Number 6, I believe Lily Mae Eaton could read my fucking mind. Because she did it too many times. So then that leaves me thinking, well, what the fuck is all that? What are thoughts, if not real, tangible items? And is it possible to be sinking into somebody else's thought patterns? Well, I have to say, yes, I believe that's possible. Because I believe I've done it. I believe it's been done to me. But beyond thinking that Lily could read my mind, I also believe Lily was my guardian angel. I'll believe that until the day I die. Since she's already passed on to the next realm, well, all I can say is, when you visit me in your ghost form, Lily, don't scare me, just visit. Okay, I believe I can change my past. Well, yeah, of course I do. My past has changed. So, I must be some active agent in it, or else I wouldn't be witnessing it in the first place. So I believe I can change my past. I believe in ghosts, or at least persistent soul energy manifesting in some form other than human beings. Yep, I do believe in that. In fact, I believe in that in both dogs and humans. Do I believe in that overall in all existence? Like all the way down to rocks and granite and trees and shit? Maybe. We are all just one piece of source, and I think source can reveal itself to us in ways that are uniquely personal, and maybe even tied to another envision of someone else's personage. And so I believe in all of that. But I've never actually seen a ghost except one time, and that was such a detached experience, I don't even know that I would consider it a ghost, more like a vision. So, and I had that vision with one other person who had exactly the same vision. So that is why I consider it the one and only time that is addressable. I've had other supernatural shit happen all the time, but I'm alone or I'm in a state of mind that allows me to think that maybe I wasn't seeing things as accurately as they were there to be seen. But that one, I have a cohort who had exactly the same experience. So to say that we both witnessed something unique would at least be the baseline at which to describe what happened that day, that night. All right. I believe I'm here to something. Damn, I was writing so much better too. To wrestle forever? What the fuck is that? Okay, let's go to the next one. I believe my soul is being upgraded. Yeah, I do believe that. First of all, I believe in a soul, which is something I didn't believe in for the longest time, until probably 6-7 years ago. But now I know it's true. I also believe my soul is in the process of upgrading itself through this trip on planet Earth. Oh, and I know what the one above says, and I actually can read that very well. How did I misread that? But yeah, I believe I'm here to have my soul upgraded through an experience shared with you. That meaning you, listener. The one that was above that is I believe I'm here to witness something. I've always believed this. I will never stop believing this. And whatever it is that I'm here to witness is, I feel, happening this year or 2029. And I'm not putting dates on this like some sort of forecaster. Those are just the two dates that dominate my fucking dreamland. So I tie one or the other to this event. I believe I'm here to save the world. That's my number 11. Yeah. But I also believe that you're here to do the same.